Today we're going to be taking a look at the latest Warzone mobile update that has some absolutely insane graphics to go along with it. Now, today we're looking at a gameplay from Manalift. This gameplay has actually been popping off recently. I'm going to pause because even this little inspect scene is crazy. But over 300k on YouTube in like 2 weeks, and Bobby Plays posted this on Twitter and has over 1.2 million views. So people are going absolutely crazy over the graphics, and they have a reason to do so because just look at this. The blueprint, the colors, the render distance, the sharpness. Now, I'm not sure what device you're playing on. I'm assuming it's a new gen iPhone, like an iPhone 13, because of the aspect ratio. And typically, iPhones just have better sharpness and anti-aliasing on mobile games. But oh my gosh, this is a massive improvement from what we saw just a few weeks and months ago when the game originally launched in the Australia region. I'm not even sure if they've received a graphics update. I know they've been receiving a few updates recently, as proof by this Discord post. So Warzone Mobile is 100% receiving updates to the game. But as far as graphics, it definitely looks like it has. Maybe they've been making some small changes behind the scene and nothing, they don't want to make a big deal about it. But even it just, bro, this looks insane. The shadow, like, it genuinely looks like PC. Like this could pass as like low quality like console gameplay to me. I know console gameplay now, like with the new gen consoles, like 120 FPS, like RTX graphics, crazy stuff. But still, this looks so good, so much better, I want to say, which I know was one of the big concerns originally of Warzone Mobile. Was the game first was dropped into beta and kind of teased, like, the graphics sucked. The graphics were just abysmal. And also this person recorded in amazing quality and uploaded in amazing quality. So sometimes YouTube or social media platforms, they can kind of ruin the quality of videos. But this obviously, this user is able to capture some really high quality footage. And I've always said personally that Warzone Mobile looks better in person. It looks and feels better in person in the hands than it does on back on replay on like a video or something like that. And I can definitely agree with it, even though this looks really good. Now, an interesting point that was brought up is that the gun skin. Now listen, I really still haven't played MW2 or Warzone 2, so I don't know what gun or what blueprint that guy was using at the beginning, but people are wondering if certain blueprints are getting graphically updated before others. I kind of like that idea that they can't just do one massive update to make all the blueprints and everything look amazing at once. But I do like the idea of certain blueprints receiving certain updates over time as we get closer to the launch of new regions. Speaking of which, I will probably have a video coming out in a few days regarding all the information for Warzone Mobile launching. Oh my god. Bro, this guy's kind of beaming, bro. He only has 2 kills, but his PS5 aim goes kind of crazy. But I should have some more information for you guys regarding the release in other regions for Warzone Mobile, as according to the iOS App Store, we are still heading for a May 15th launch date, which is only about 3.5 months away. And we still only have the game in the Australia region, which I think since then, the lobbies, as you can kind of see, have definitely died off, are definitely more bot-filled and bot-induced lobbies than we would like to see. But then again, it's beta testing, it's closed beta. We all knew this was gonna happen. Yeah, this loadout. No, go back. Yeah, there you go. It just looks, maybe it's the colors, the red, like everything just looks and feels so polished is the word I want to use for it. Because I know that really, that's just the best word to use, is the game feels good, looks okay, but doesn't feel polished. So maybe they're finally getting around to polishing certain aspects that they didn't prioritize early on, because I would rather have a game run good than look good. Oh, please hit this. Okay. Did he press the wrong button? Shoot! Dude, it's just a Blitz Royale, man. This isn't like a competitive game. I haven't seen the full gameplay before. I saw the first like 30 seconds a bunch of times. So this is all news to me. And like even the smoke, the gunfights, I will say though, The crosshair, bro. The crosshair is still enormous. It takes up like your whole sight if you're getting shots on target. So that has been a huge thing. It will get addressed before launch, I'm almost certain. But yeah, they are some pretty juicy, pretty beefy hit markers. But I know personally at the London event, everyone was talking about it. And anytime any creators had a chance to talk to the developers about Warzone, we always just say, bro, crosshairs go crazy. So I know they're aware of that, but the big takeaways, like the foliage, everything just looks way more polished. And obviously, this is running on the latest and greatest device, probably the iPhone 13 Pro, iPhone 13 Pro Max. Your $200 phone is not going to run the game like this. These are very niche operating circumstances, which only a select handful of people will be able to play the game with. But it does give me faith that since it really was giving us less faith when iPhones used to look really bad, but now the iPhones and high-end devices are looking good, then that means the performance usually sort of trickles down to the lower-end devices. Oh, run him over. Come on. Yes. Listen, I always like a good vehicle kill. That's my thinking, is finally that the high-end devices look like they are high-end devices, high-end device gameplay, that we could finally move on to the lower and mid-tier devices, and they can get their optimization. The one thing, though, apart from hit markers, that's still, I'm not by any means surprised that this hasn't been implemented, but having no FOV slider, still to me, a little interesting. Obviously, that is a pretty advanced thing. Fortnite Mobile never got an FOV slider. A lot of games don't really get them early on. I know Apex, I believe, launched with one, but I don't know if they had one in soft launch. I can't remember regional launches. So Warzone Mobile, I think on an iPhone, the FOV looks fine, but on an iPad, the FOV is super zoomed in. It makes you feel really claustrophobic. It just doesn't feel like a true or like a regular iPad experience. So I'm very interested to see what they do regarding that. If they give us sliders, when they give us sliders, they're probably gonna have to give us sliders. Let's see. Where's the beams? That aim assist, or at least the controller aim assist, looking pretty strong. He was dragging his crosshair across the screen. Was that it? Oh, GG's. 6 kills. Nice. So that is the Warzone mobile gameplay, the latest and greatest update. I do want to see the helicopter, because the helicopters always looked really wonky to me. But this already looks pretty good. That's solid. I like that. Okay. Yeah, it really, the whole game just feels a whole lot more polished. Yeah, it's always this screen that the graphics always mess with me a little bit. They're still a little low quality, but still a whole lot better. Make sure to go check out Man Lift down below in the description. If you enjoyed the video, smack like, smack sub. Catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.